Hey, dreamers.
What's up?
Is the end of a weekend.
A good one.
It's been a good one. It's been a long one, actually a long weekend, but in a good way. And we want to share it with you guys. We were able to get away a little bit this weekend. So we ran off to one of our favorite places, hands down Jonathan's favorite place, I think.
Yes, Smoky Mountains.
So we did.
Tennessee.
We headed up to the Smoky Mountains for the weekend. Stayed most of our trip in Gatlinburg.
This time, yes.
Yes, which is not always what we do. So that was kind of a different vibe there. But we enjoyed it. It was good.
Yeah, I liked it.
But we want to share our trip with you guys. You know, we unfortunately did not take as much video as I would have liked to have. It's hard with a 1-year-old running around, making sure they're safe and trying to film all the things. But
we'll figure it out.
We did get some great pictures and some videos, and we do want to share those with you guys. So I think what we're going to do is just talk to you about our trip, tell you about what we did, where we went, things we saw, and then we'll kind of lay over some clips and things from that. So we left on Friday afternoon.
Yep.
When Jonathan got off Friday afternoon. Is that right?
Friday afternoon around 3 o'clock.
Yeah, so thankfully, one of our favorite things about heading up to the mountains is that it's really not a long drive.
Yeah.
So we can get up there in what? Like 3.5 hours? 3.5 hours or so?
So it just depends on
where we're
traffic
going and traffic. Yeah, 4 hours is a nice cushion. So it's not really that far. So we headed up there, we stopped for dinner, and we ate at the craziest place in the world that we haven't eaten at in, I don't know. I
can't remember how many years it's been, but it was great.
It was actually very good, but seriously,
good.
it had probably been 15 years since we had eaten at this place. I was a little hesitant, but it turned out really nice. We were looking for something that was going to be quick, that we could get in and out of, that we could get food fast, because Addie will only wait for so long. So we went to
and Daddy does the same thing.
Yeah, it's true. Jonathan's the same. So we went to dinner at
Golden Corral.
So the Golden
Pigeon
Corral
Forge.
in Pigeon Forge on our way through into Gatlinburg.
It was delicious.
It was really good.
Very good. Highly recommended.
We were surprised that everything was like super stocked and super clean, and
ton of people in there.
Ton of people.
I mean, a ton.
Funny enough, our waitress was like, "It's slow tonight."
We're like, what?
And we were like, there was no room to breathe. But it was really good. It was. I would love to tell you what all we ate, but we ate a bunch of everything. Addie, of course, loved her corn on the cob because she always loves corn on the cob now.
Yes.
She had some pizza. I had some really good barbecue. I think you had a good steak.
I had a steak, baked potato. I had salad.
You had a ton. You ate a lot of food.
I don't know what else.
Yeah, you ate a lot of food. But yeah, it was really good.
Hey, that's why we went.
Yeah, that's true. So that was a good experience. It was fun. So then we headed up to our room.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about this part.
We went to the one and only Krispy Kreme donut.
Krispy Kreme. The light was on. And everyone was there.
It was delicious.
Everyone in the state of Tennessee was at that Krispy Kreme. And so we were going to get through the drive-thru, but that was not an option because it was like backed out into the road. So we parked. Jonathan sat in the car with Addie. I ran in, grabbed us.
Did you videotape that?
I did.
There you go.
I did. So got us 2 dozen donuts because Jonathan's brother and his girlfriend were coming up to spend the weekend with us. So we got enough for everyone to enjoy. Got some assorted, got some original.
I'm original. The original's perfect.
That's what he likes. He likes the original when it's hot. I really love a custard-filled, chocolate glazed. That's top notch in my book.
So from there we went to the room.
Yes, from there
we climbed to heaven.
Literally, so we stayed in a condo.
I've never been this high before.
Yeah, we stayed in a condo, and the condo was called was it called a Heavenly View?
Heavenly View.
I think that's what it's called, a Heavenly View.
But the road was called what?
So the road was Ski Mountain Road.
Okay, which should have given it away.
It should have.
I don't know why I didn't comprehend.
Right, I knew it was going to be high. I was not anticipating it to be
the peak of the mountain.
Seriously, and it was kind of crazy because so it was nighttime, obviously, and we drove through like a lot of the area that had been burned in the fire that was in Gatlinburg back a few years ago.
Yes.
And that was just, it was kind of creepy, not gonna lie. Like, to see that at nighttime and just some of the demolition's not the right word, some of the debris from that.
The damage.
Yeah, that was, but then lots of rebuilding going on, so that was encouraging.
It was good.
Yeah, but
They're getting better.
We drove and drove and drove up and up and up and up and up, and like the roads were wet, it was kind of cold. I don't like that. Jonathan was driving, thankfully, and he is fantastic with that. But it's not for me. But we made it. We got up there. We were fine. And I mean,
now, granted, we couldn't see the view because it was dark.
So we get up there. It's dark, and it was super cloudy that night, or foggy. But I think it was cloudy. Yeah, it was kind of rainy. So we couldn't see the view at all. Like, we looked out the balcony, and it was just black.
Pitch dark. No lights, nothing.
Black. But it was crazy because I woke up with Addie in the middle of the night, and suddenly, like, I could see the lights from the city. I could see, like, the horizon and the trees and the mountains. So it was crazy just the way, like, the fog and the clouds were acting up there. Cool. I don't think I've ever like, been that high in the mountains. So it was neat. It was
I enjoyed it. We got some great pictures.
Yeah, we did. It was fun. So we got there, got settled in. Jonathan's brother and his girlfriend arrived, and, we just hung out for a bit. That was fun. And then Saturday morning was business day. So Jonathan had work to do. It was honestly the reason we were taking a trip to the mountains. Jonathan was making his annual delivery of wood carvings up to Gatlinburg in the arts and crafts community there. So that was a successful trip and a successful delivery. It was funny because the man who buys his wood carvings, he had one carving left from the last time that Jonathan had dropped some off for him. Yeah. And it's actually been like 3 years ago. Because of, the COVID mess. So he had one piece that didn't sell out of all that Jonathan had dropped off the last year. And he said it was because he just didn't have it out where people could really see it. But it was super cool, I think, for you and for me to see how far you've progressed in your carvings.
Yes.
In like the past 3 years.
Always room for improvement.
Yeah, for sure. And so that was really cool, though, just to see, like, you don't really notice it in an everyday, like, how much better you're getting. But then to see, like, comparing right hand in hand, the difference was incredible.
Yeah, we're going to do that. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, and he had really good stuff this time. Some really good stuff. I was very proud of you.
Thank you.
You should be proud of yourself. You did a good job. So we hung out there Saturday morning.
That was Saturday morning.
Yeah, Saturday morning drop off. We grabbed some lunch with Jonathan's family, and then we headed into Gatlinburg and did some shopping there. Addie learned how to say the word bear this weekend.
Yes.
Which was super cute. I think we have a video of her saying the word bear, so you guys are going to see that. Addie, where's the bear? Where's the bear? What is that called? What is that? What is that? Bear. Bear. But, so we went to this outdoor store in Gatlinburg, which is one of our favorite places to go.
Massive bear inside.
I mean, like, how tall do you think that bear is?
I don't know.
I mean, he's like a stuffed animal kind of bear. Like,
he wasn't real.
Yeah, but he's probably for real like 15 feet tall.
Probably.
Like, he's a huge bear, and they had this huge like backpack on him, and she just like stared and pointed, and she wanted to go touch him so bad, but she was kind of scared of him.
I think
it was really funny. But that's one of our favorite stores to go to. We walked around Gatlinburg just a little bit that afternoon, and then Saturday evening we went to one of our favorite places. I think it's becoming one of our favorite places in the Smoky Mountains in Gatlinburg.
Yes, it's a famous restaurant.
It is. Everyone's probably been there if you've been there.
I guess it's a famous
restaurant. If you haven't, you should go.
But it's called the Peddler Steakhouse.
Is it just... I thought it was just called the Peddler.
Maybe. I call it the Peddler Steakhouse.
It is a steakhouse. But
it's fantastic.
The Peddler Steakhouse, however one says it. This was only our second time going. And the first time we really didn't know what we were getting into. No. Yeah, and this was several years ago. And like that first time we went, like we were so blown away. Massive salad bar. And then, I mean, the steaks are just fantastic. The last time we went, it was like a little different than this time. So like the first time we went, a waiter, a butcher, I don't know. He like had a cart full of hand-cut steaks that he rolled around to the tables, and you would pick, like literally you would hand pick which steak you wanted.
It's pretty cool.
But this time that didn't happen. you can still order like a hand cut steak, and that's what we
personal
got.
cut. Yeah.
So I got a hand cut ribeye.
I got the New York strip. It was great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, it was a delicious meal. I also props to the peddler because I love the way they do their kids meal pricing.
Yes.
Basically, they're like, you pick an entree for your child that includes fries and a salad bar and a drink, and the price is determined by their age. So it's like $1 times their age. So like Addie's meal only cost $1, and she had chicken fingers, fries, a salad bar, and a drink.
Pretty sweet.
And like, I will pay that for my 1-year-old all day long. I would pay that for my 15-year-old all day long. Like, that's a great price and a great way to do a children's menu because, truthfully, like, let's be honest, she's not eating. I mean, she ate her chicken tenders and she ate her fries, but it's not like she ate a ton of food. So, way to go, Peddler. I love that method.
Yeah, love the Peddler.
Yeah, great place to go if you guys ever are up in the Gatlinburg area. Go check it out. It's a little hard to find. You need to go in and get reservations because it is packed out. Sometimes you can get them online, sometimes you can call in, but it's kind of spotty. So go in when they open. They'll tell you when to come back. That's the best way to do it.
So after that, we grabbed some ice cream.
Oh yeah, we did. That was fun. So Saturday evening, after we ate, we decided to walk around.
There wasn't a line
Gatlinburg.
for ice cream, but there was a line for coffee.
It was freezing. it was seriously so cold. And so yeah, we wanted coffee, but all the coffee shops were packed out, so we ended up getting ice cream.
Well, I can't.
And now I'm realizing that we left out a super important part of our story from Saturday.
What?
Saturday afternoon before we left the condo for dinner. What we saw.
Was it really foggy that
It was
evening?
really foggy, yeah. So
Do you have the video?
I have the video. Do you just want to show them the video?
Show the video.
All right, here's the video. You guys check it out.
Watch closely.
3 cubs. Zoom in.
I can't.
Wow, there's bears out here.
Dude.
That's bears.
Look at them. Look at the Cubs playing. There they go. How crazy is that? You guys should have heard me. I had stepped out into the lobby. Jonathan was getting our things together still. So Addie and I were like in the little lobby. We were looking out the window. And I just glanced up from my phone. And I see that massive bear walking through the parking lot. And I was like, Jonathan. And he thought something was like bad wrong.
Don't do that again.
I totally freaked him out. He thought something was so wrong. But I was like, hey, I just needed him out there quick because I didn't want him to miss it. And you didn't miss it. You saw it.
I did. I saw them.
So we watched safely from a distance, and then we headed out just to see if we could see them again. There were a few people out in the parking lot who saw them, and so they headed kind of down the mountain. We didn't think anything of it. I'm kind of cautious because I'm like, I don't want any more bears to be like walking around. And other people said they had seen them there like that day and all.
Yeah, they were like in that area.
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. And so we get in the car, we leave, we're headed down to the peddler that we were just talking about. And
lo and behold.
Next thing we know, check this out. Where the mom's at?
Right there.
Where? Oh, right there. I see her. Yeah. Look, they're trying to get the trash. Be careful because she'll jump on our car. Turn the windshield wipers off. I thought they were bigger than that. Look. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we're getting to see them again. Careful. She's like, I'm out of your way, bro. If I can roll down the window. It's not going to pick up in the dark. Here they come, walking down the mountain. Bear.
Snooping in the trash
They
can.
kept walking across the street, and it was the exact same bear family.
Same family.
And I mean, it wasn't like we had just pulled out. Like, we had pulled down, we had made a few turns down the road, and like, there they were again. It was so cool. That was like, I think the closest we've ever really been to bears.
Absolutely.
We've seen plenty of bears in the mountains, but generally like in Cades Cove or just where you can't even really see them. But that was cool. Like, that was like a highlight of the trip.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. So finished dinner at the Peddler, had some ice cream downtown. We headed back up the mountain for the eternal climb and hung out at the room, spent some time together as family. Let Addie stay up super late, and she was crazy.
She had a ball.
She did. She had a really good time. She loved being with her Uncle Jeremy and her Aunt Carly. She just had a blast with them. And so we go to bed. All is calm. All is well. Everyone's asleep.
And
hang on. Everyone's asleep. And so we were in a weird sleeping situation because of Addie. And so I was actually sleeping like out in the living room with her because she's a crazy sleeper. You guys know that. So she and I were sleeping out in the living room. Everyone else was in their bedrooms in their tiny, tiny beds. And I wake up and it was probably like 2 a.m. And so I wear contacts. And so when they're out, I really cannot see well. And they were out. And so I really could not see well. And I just kind of looked out like the big glass doors. And I was like, man, like we knew it was going to get really cold that night. So we knew it was going to frost. But I was like, wow, that frost is so heavy. Like the trees are leaning over from that frost. What in the world? And I just kind of laid back down, didn't think anything else about it. And then it was like it hit me. I was like, that's not frost. So I get up out of the bed. I put my glasses on. I go over to the door. And it was snow.
yeah,
Like a beautiful snow. It
it
wasn't.
was a very nice surprise.
Yeah, it was.
So
It was so fun.
I'm in the other bedroom, and I pull the curtain back.
Or like the next morning. So
And
like
look out.
I waited all night for everyone else to know that it snowed.
I was shocked.
Everyone was so surprised.
I'm running in there to kill. I was like, it's freaking
Jonathan
snow.
was like, seriously, it snowed. It was so funny.
And so Addie had a ball. I mean,
She did.
she had a good time.
She's
about
like
it.
in
She
this
was
phase
so
right now
fun.
where she loves being outside. Like,
Yes.
does not matter how cold it is. She gets so mad if she has to go inside from being outside playing. But she did. She loved the snow. She had so much fun. She was very intrigued by it. She was like just kind of touching it. She's seen snow before, but she was little baby. And it wasn't much. It was like maybe an inch. I don't know. Maybe not even that.
Maybe not. I'd say maybe almost right at it. I mean, it may have been an inch.
Yeah,
but-
it was enough to really cover the ground. Very pretty. Obviously, it was like on our cars
Yeah, I mean,
and all.
pictures, you'll see in the pictures.
Yeah, we have plenty of pictures from the snow. So we just
Made it beautiful.
it did. It was so pretty. So that was Sunday morning. Yeah, that was
Mhm.
Sunday morning. So we took it slow Sunday morning, kind of let the roads clear out a little, make sure they were good and drivable. Because remember, we were driving down from heaven. It was a very. I was like real nervous about getting on the roads.
They were clear. They were fine.
They actually
not
ended
bad.
up being fine.
They were fine.
So Sunday we went down the mountain and we went to Paula Dean's restaurant at the island in Pigeon Forge. That was our first time going there.
Let me just tell you guys something. I'm a fan of Red Lobster biscuits.
Yes, it's true. I make them all the time.
They are very good. Paula Dean's biscuits is 1,000 times better.
We didn't really know.
No kidding. I wish I had some right now.
I know they would be delicious. I would eat two
my
right
gosh.
now. They were so good. We didn't know exactly what we were getting into going in there.
But Carly said, you guys are gonna be blown
Yeah.
away. I was like, yeah, okay.
It was
we'll see.
so good. And so like,
Man, she was right.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It's like a family style restaurant. If you guys haven't been there,
All you can eat.
it is all you can eat.
Oh my goodness.
But you kind of order as a table, so like everyone eats the same thing, and you pick a few meats and a few vegetables based on your size of table. And it was so good. Like the bread, yes. Like it was.
You guys have to get
It was
the cheese biscuits.
so good, and they're included. Like so, it's fantastic.
Incredible. Please trust us on this.
Yeah, like,
Incredible.
it was like we had to wait about an hour. But it was nice
It
because
was worth it.
and it's there at the island, so you can like shop and walk around.
Yeah.
And then they just text
Just
you when
go
your table's
early.
ready.
Go early. Make
Yeah.
reservations. Go shop. You get hungry. By that time, hopefully they've called you in. Go in there and eat those biscuits we're telling you about.
It was great, and the spare ribs were also fantastic, and the cream corn.
Yes.
Honestly,
All of it was fantastic.
the whole meal was good. It was super affordable, which I was kind of surprised
Yes, I was
by.
very surprised with that because we both got drinks, right? And
Think
usually
so.
those cost
Yeah.
an arm and a
I
leg
think
now. So
we did.
it was fantastic. Very nice.
Yeah,
Very nice.
so that was
restaurant.
cool. And then we went out to Kate's Cove yesterday afternoon.
Yes, we did.
We did, and it was fun. We love going.
We've
to
been through there before. That's one of our
times.
other favorite places that we just absolutely love. But let me tell you something. When you are stuck in a line for 20 minutes,
not moving,
there's a bear. There's not a deer. It's not a turkey. It's a bear.
And how many times did that happen?
5 times.
I mean, seriously, 5 times. Like, and
we'd go down a little bit. We'd stop. Bear. Go down a little bit. Stop again. Bear.
And everyone's like getting out and trying to stop and trying to get too close.
We were stopped so long one time that the park ranger had to come up and move people,
like make people move,
and get back in their car and move. That's how long it was insane.
It was, and like it's
and it's not enjoyable. Like
it wasn't, no, and like it's super cool seeing bears. Like we love to see the bears.
Yes,
So fun.
and that's the highlight of the trip.
It is. It's so fun. But driving through Cades Cove, I mean, how long do you think it took us? It took us.
Okay, it's only 11 miles.
Yeah, it's an 11-mile loop.
It took us over 2 hours.
Yeah, and it was so cold. So like we didn't even want to get out and walk around really anywhere.
And we had to get to the visitor center to use the restroom. It took forever.
It was such a long drive, but we did see. I mean, I think we saw like 4 bears.
Oh yeah, and they were
all beautiful.
Yeah, they were great. I mean, they were fantastic.
Some of them were big,
some of them were
small,
close to the road. Some of them were not.
Far away. Yeah, it was a good variety.
And I'm not saying that to discourage people from going to Cades Cove.
Because
Please go.
Yes, we love Cades Cove.
But I'm just saying go during the week, not on the weekend.
Just watch your time.
Yeah.
And I think like it was cold, so I think people were.
So by the time we left, it was dark.
Yeah, and that's just hard. But no, we do love Cades Cove. We were actually talking about how we're going to go back. Like,
we are going to go back.
Just the 2 of us in the spring because we really want to. There's some stuff we want to really dive into there, just as far as like history and the stories behind the families that live there and that kind of stuff. We're super interested in that. So we were talking about we'll probably like pack a picnic and go very early.
And spend all day.
And get started, and then just stop and eat somewhere there, and just enjoy ourselves. So it's so pretty every time of year. That's one thing I really appreciate about Cades Cove. Like.
And there's wildlife. There's always wildlife.
Yeah, turkey and deer and
we were told
bears.
that the black bears don't usually really hibernate all winter long.
Yeah, because it doesn't really get cold enough here, like consistently cold enough.
They're out.
So yeah, I mean, I think they are probably out. I think right now
they're feeding up pretty heavily for the winter time.
For like a small hibernation. But so yeah, we love Cades Cove. Nothing against it, but it was great. It was good.
Just long lines.
Long lines for the bears. So Jeremy and that's Jonathan's brother, Jeremy and Carly, they headed out after Cades Cove, had to come back home, get ready for work for the week. We ended up staying an extra night. So we ended up staying in downtown Gatlinburg for our last night of our trip.
We've never stayed downtown.
We've never stayed downtown.
Mm-hmm.
We normally get a cabin out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And like,
which is fantastic.
It's fun, but then it's like anytime you want to go somewhere, it's like an hour trek into town, and it just kind of gets old, especially with a kid. So we got a room downtown at a really nice little hotel. Was it the Black Bear Inn and Suites? I think that's what it was called.
Yeah.
It was a nice place to stay. It was
right across
right
the road
from
Camp Cumberland Jack's restaurant.
Yes, right across from that. Easy to get in, good parking, nice clean room, great breakfast this morning.
Great breakfast.
Yeah.
Free. I mean,
it was included. Yeah. So yeah, like we enjoyed staying there. It was so wild last night, and I got a video of this to show you guys because normally the downtown Gatlinburg Strip is just
incredible
out.
And it is Friday and Saturday. It is. You can't hardly get down through there.
And so it was Sunday night. It wasn't even late. It was like 7 o'clock.
I was 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah, and we stepped out on our balcony, which overlooked the strip.
There's
and like
nobody out there.
No cars, no people. Like seriously, check out this video.
Okay.
But like it was almost kind of eerie, right? Especially because like one of the restaurants had like bluegrass music playing and there's just like no one out there. But it was beautiful to see it like that.
It was very
I don't know.
enjoyable.
I kind of gained a new appreciation for Gatlinburg this week. This weekend on this trip, I've kind of always been jaded toward it, but like just because of the crowd, I think. But I really did I enjoyed being in Gatlinburg and visiting some of the shops and walking around downtown. That was really nice. But yeah, so I mean, just no one. And then I mean, even this morning when we got up, it was still it was pretty empty. A few of the breakfast places had a crowd starting early, and I got some footage of it this morning, so you guys can see that too. But yeah. But yeah, so it was nice just being in Gatlinburg with no one else there. We got up, we had breakfast at the hotel, and then we went and walked a little bit this morning. I don't think we really went anywhere. We walked around some. And then we took a quick pit stop through a few little arts and craft places that we wanted to check out before we left. Stopped at a pottery place. We love pottery from anywhere. So we picked up a few things there. And then we headed home.
Yep, it was a great trip.
Yeah, it was. It was a fun trip. It was crazy that we had bears and snow and more bears all in the same trip. I mean, it was we had the whole assortment of weather. We had rain, we had snow, we had sun today. It was just all in 4 days. So yeah, it was so much fun, and every time we leave, we're always planning
to go back
when we want to go back and the things we want to do next time. Because we do. I mean, we love it. We love Tennessee in general, and it kind of feels like a home for us.
Yeah, it does.
But yeah, it was fun. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you enjoyed sharing this with our family. We love trips, we love vacations, and we love this one. We appreciate you guys being here. Thank you to our new subscribers who came over from Southern Country Living. Yep. I love how much you love my grandparents. Obviously, they're my favorite people. And so I'm glad you're here to do this with us. And we'll see you guys soon.
Y'all stay tuned.
All right, see ya.